Honoring the life of John Dingell, Metro Detroit paying final respects. Former Vice President Joe Biden speaking out about Dingell's fight against white supremacy.
I signed up to fight the Nazis 73 years ago, and I'll do it again if I have to.
Mr. Biden also revealing an unknown secret he had with the former congressman. Listen.
As a die-hard man of Michigan, he sang "Hail to the Victors" many times. He also was the only one who knew that I played at the University of Delaware, that we stole Michigan's uniform.
That got quite a few laughs today. Mr. Biden was one of the many respected leaders who paid tribute to the former congressman today.
7 Action News reporter Simon Shaquette takes you to the service at the Church of the Divine Child in Dearborn.
Through nearly 60 years of federal service, Congressman John Dingell impacted a tremendous amount of lives. Today at his funeral here in Dearborn, the former Vice President of the United States making a powerful speech about Dingell.
It's beyond my capacity to do justice to John Dingell.
For former Vice President Joe Biden, decades of seeing Congressman John Dingell at work left a lasting impression. There were also personal memories he treasures to this day.
As a die-hard man of Michigan, he sang "Hail to the Victors" many times. He also was the only one who knew that I played at the University of Delaware, that we stole Michigan's uniform.
Today, Biden was one of numerous government leaders paying respect and saluting Dingell for a life of public service and a loyalty to the people.
Celebrating somebody who embraced public service and all of the best parts of it.
That's his legacy, is that he was able to walk in anyone's room and sit at anyone's table because he wanted to get the job done.
He was a champion for the auto industry, civil rights, healthcare, the environment, and countless other critical issues that impacted every American. And the late congressman's funeral today touched on so much of his history, something those in attendance will never forget.
He's looked at people and tried to help people and didn't distinguish between immigrants or non-immigrants, poor or rich, white or black.
Very highly regarded by everyone. He's going to be missed. That's by everybody that was in that church. He touched him in some way or another.
A large congressional delegation was not able to be here today as a result of inclement weather. However, they are planning to pay tribute to the late congressman in Washington today and tomorrow. From Dearborn, Simon Shaquette, 7 Action News.
Simon, thank you. And in fact, those members of Congress who could not get here for the funeral stood on the steps of the Capitol this afternoon to welcome John Dingell one last time.
They greeted his wife, Debbie, who won his seat after he retired, with comforting open arms. It was amazing to see. 7 Action News reporter Heather Catallo is live in Washington right now to continue our coverage of the final farewell. Heather?
Carolyn and Dave, such an emotional day here in the nation's capital as the hearse stopped in front of the Capitol steps here. And joining me now is Congressman Dan Kildee. You were here. What was that moment like, seeing the hearse, seeing the casket?
Well, it was a pretty special moment. This has been an emotional few days for a lot of us. I've known John my whole life. I don't ever remember not knowing him, and Debbie too. So, Vice President Biden spoke about dignity. And I think it was an act of dignity to have him come here to the place that he loved so much and that he was so much a part of, and to have all those members of the House and the Senate standing out there waiting for him. I'll never forget it.
He is going to leave such a legacy, 59 years here, and he really believes so much in working across the aisle. What do you think people can take that message forward, especially this week, the issues you're dealing with? Do you think that this Congress will be able to let his legacy live on that way?
I hope so. I hope the memories of him in this week will be a reminder that we can overcome our differences, that it's okay to have differences of opinion without treating one another with disdain. John always treated people on the other side of the aisle like they were colleagues. That's a lesson that we could take heed of this week and in these times for sure.
Thank you so much for joining us. My condolences to you. I know you'll be at the funeral on Thursday, as will we. Will be continuing covering all of the tributes to John Dingell, the Dean, here in Washington all week long. Reporting live at the Capitol, I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.
Heather, thank you so much for the live report. We'll see you tomorrow. Heather and I will be in Washington covering the congressman's services there. You can look for our live reports tomorrow and Thursday right here on 7 Action News.
And on Thursday, we will be live streaming Congressman Dingell's memorial service on WXYZ.com. Our coverage for that will be starting at 10:30 in the morning.